Hi, welcome to the EEVblog, an electronics engineering video blog of interest to anyone involved in electronics design. I'm your host, Dave Jones. Okay, I'm here at Electronex, Australia's largest electronics exhibition, and let's go in. There's some old boilers there. We're at the Australian Technology Park, and that's the entrance. Let's go in. And here we are, we're inside Electronex 2010, and as you can see, it's quite a reasonable size, and there's quite a few people here, so let's check it out. And we've got a T-Tech quit circuit prototyping system. Let's check it out. And I'm here at the Viacom stand, and they're the Australian distributors for Lecroy, and this is the new Lecroy Logic Studio 16 Logic Analyzer. Retails for about $1,500, so it's a bit on the pricey side, but it is a Lecroy 1 gig sample per second, and it actually interfaces to the PC. They've got a complete setup with the separate PC here, also hooked up to the Lecroy Wave Runner, the Wave Jet scope, and that's the 500 megahertz 2 gig sample per second sort of mid-range unit, and they're all connected in real time with the Lecroy ARB Studio version as well. So it's all hooked up and running in real time on the Logic Studio software on the PC. Very nice. And over here they've got the bottom of the range Wave Ace 112, which is quite a nice little unit. I'll probably have a play around with that one. And they go up to the big Wave Runner 1 gigahertz bandwidth, 10 gig samples per second, sex on a stick, that one. But check this baby out. This is a serial data analyzer, and this is actually a 3D eye diagram. Check it out. The z-axis is actually the persistence of the eye diagram. It's fantastic, and you can rotate and rotate that diagram. Let me play around with it like that, and you can get a 3D eye diagram. Just awesome. That's an awesome bit of kit. So that's the Lecroy stuff. Okay, we're here at the Agilent booth, and who have we got? We've got Tristan. Tristan, he's on the blog. There we go. Tell us about this new Infinium mixed signal scope. Check it out. Isn't it sex on a stick? Look at the size of that screen. What's the size of that screen? That's like 12 inches? 13 inch screen. Okay, let's give us a demo.
Yeah. So
we've got a FPGA down here because it's a mixed signal scope.
Yep.
So we've got there's a USB byte blaster there, and it's going into the input channel, the logic input channel on the mixed signal scope. Okay, give us a demo.
So yeah, with Infiniums, and this is the mid-range from 600 meg to 4 gig bandwidth. Yep. You can get this software, which is really popular, patented by Agilent, called InfiniScan. InfiniScan, okay, show us what it can do. Yeah, and logically what we do is we set up the zone qualifier, we close it, we draw boxes. So as you can see from the demo board, there's infrequent glitches.
There's a glitch, yep, I can see it. Let's grab the glitch.
Yep, let's grab it. Just draw one box. Zone 1, a software trigger. Yep. Mask intersect. There you go. So
so you just triggered on that glitch in that particular. That is awesome. That's great.
So that means that you're getting 2-stage trigger. So if I go back to the trigger menu, you get the H trigger. Yep. And the second will be the zone qualifier.
Got it.
Software
Got it.
Trigger.
Yep. Fantastic. Very nice.
And you can draw up to 8 zone.
8.
Yep.
You can have 8 separate trigger zones at the same time.
That's right.
Fantastic. I don't even want to know how much bandwidth, how much actual processing goes into actually triggering 8 zones at once, but that's very impressive. Excellent.
Thank you.
Thanks for that, Tristan.
Thank you.
I actually found someone. I found a fan. I found someone who knows me. Here he is. Who have we got here?
I'm Carson.
Hey, Carson.
I'm just a student from UNSW. It's pretty exciting to meet someone you're a fan of on YouTube.
Awesome. And you're here at the Electronex exhibition, just hanging around, checking out the stands? Awesome. How do you find it? Good.
I just arrived 10 minutes ago.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, there you go. No
Just
worries.
having a look around.
Awesome. And you recognise me because I'm the dork carrying the camera, right? Yeah. Awesome.
I didn't
Okay.
see the camera at first. But
Cool. There you go. All right. Thanks for that. Okay, I'm here with John South from Emona. Hey, John. How you doing?
going?
Good. And we've got, check it out, the brand spanking new, you can't buy it yet, Rigol DS6104, the 4-channel 1 gigahertz. Rigol are now doing 1 gigahertz analog bandwidth, 5 gig sample per second, and check it out, it's sex on a stick, is what it is. Okay, John, give us the
Yep, these are
Lowdown.
the new range from Rigol, who are the largest Chinese manufacturer of electronic test equipment. Basically, brand new product range available on 2 and 4 channels with 600 meg and 1 gig analog bandwidth. Very, very fast update rate, up to 120,000 waveforms per second update.
120,000?
Yep, 120,000
Wow, that's
waveform
huge.
update. So it enables you to see signals very clearly like an analog scope, but also to capture very fast occurring,
Yep.
not very often signals, runts and things like that. Also, it's got the deepest memory of its class as standard. It's got 140 megapoint record length.
140 meg.
Yep,
Fantastic.
140 megapoint record length, enabling you to basically see this is a video waveform, which we can basically zoom into and see enormous amounts of detail on the signal itself.
Fantastic.
Okay. Other things it's got as well as the display technology is 256 levels of intensity graduation. It's also got a range of advanced trigger facilities on board the unit. So we've basically got, as well as having pulse width trigger and slope trigger that you've got on a lot of product nowadays, you've also got a lot of the serial bus trigger and decode.
Right, and they're all built in, they aren't optional?
They're deciding at the moment whether they're including them or optional.
Right,
as
okay.
with the price, but either
Yep.
way, when we have them for sale in about a month's time, we'll have a detailed price list on them.
Right, so
But
this won't be available for about a month, at least?
Our demonstration model we're expecting through any day now, and
Yep.
I'd be guessing probably a month before we'll be stocking and
Okay,
selling them.
awesome.
They've obviously got FFT,
Yep.
you know, all the automated measurements of that built in.
Pattern glitch capture.
Yep.
Is this available in a mixed signal version?
Not at this stage,
Not
no.
at this stage, but there's plans for a mixed signal?
Potentially, yeah.
Okay.
But
Right.
you know, basically at this stage it's just the 2 and 4 channel. It's also got Ethernet capability as well as all your USB internet,
Yep.
all USB interfaces. So you can
Yep.
basically hook it up to an Ethernet, dial in a web browser, and be viewing and basically controlling the oscilloscope.
Excellent.
So the only thing with this kind of specification at this stage outside your traditional Agilent, Electronex, Lecroy.
Sure.
It's the first product
Yep.
that's got this kind of spec in its range.
Excellent. So what kind of price point are we talking about here?
We're still working on a price point, but
Yep.
you're looking from under $10,000 to probably $15,000 or so,
Yep.
depending on the model. So they'll be substantially cheaper than your comparable competition in the range, and
Right.
some of the features are enhanced.
Right. So are Rigol, because they on-sell technology to Agilent, are they doing the same thing for this?
No,
Or
no,
this
this
is completely in-house Rigol
This is
only?
completely in-house product. It's,
Yep.
it's more on, this is the particular product range that's OEM'd by Agilent in
Yep.
a 2-channel range. So Agilent OEM this guy in a 2-channel range, which is more your entry-level, cheaper kind
Yep.
of oscilloscope. But this is completely in-house designed by the Rigol guys.
Fantastic. And let's take the video signal out of the new 6000 and let's plug it into. You can see that power video signal. Check it out. That is absolutely brilliant. Where's the horizontal time base there? Very nice. And 120,000 waveforms per second.
That's right. Yes.
That's enormous. Well, let's plug that into the Rigol 1000 series. This is 2,000 waveforms per second, if I remember correctly.
That's correct. Yes.
Yep.
So what I'll do is just set up a trigger.
Getting there.
Yep.
So they're obviously a different price point.
Yep.
And you
Check
can
it out. Yeah. Just ain't the same, is it? Not even close in comparison to the signal fidelity there.
Yeah, you can still basically do modes where you run it in like a dot mode and have a style of persistence there.
Yep.
To try and emulate the just got to get the trigger on down there. But it doesn't give you the same fidelity, no.
No, not even close.
So we're triggered on the video field. And we can do a dot mode, but it doesn't
Yep. Doesn't cut the mustard, I'm afraid. But that's the difference between a $10,000 scope and a $1,000 price point scope.
Yep.
The new Rigol DC power supply. Let's check this out, John. Tell us about it.
Yep, so these are a new programmable range of DC power supply from Rigol.
Yep.
They've got a couple of models in the range, one with triple outputs and one with a single high current output, which is 16 volt 10 amp. Basically they're fully programmable either from the front panel or from Ethernet or USB port on the back, and GPIB.
Ethernet and USB.
And GPIB.
And GPIB for the old crusty greybeards. Awesome.
Yep.
And how much does that retail for?
These ones,
for a basic?
Yeah, I'm not 100% on price on these ones.
Okay.
I'd need to check with the list price on them.
And what other features have we got?
Okay, we've basically got a range
very nice looking screen.
We've got a range of waveform displays that we can have on screen. You can do a bunch of timer settings, so you can have a length of setup for changing of voltage and current over time, as well as doing that via a computer. You can program it from the front panel.
Fantastic.
Okay, they can operate in a dual tracking mode.
Yep.
On the multi-channel from front panel positioning, but primarily they're just a programmable power supply via the interfaces.
Fantastic. Looks very nice. And what's the USB host for?
Yep, USB host is for basically you can have settings that are on the USB host that can be pulled into the unit to operate the unit.
Oh, okay, so you can just walk along with the key, plug it in, and then update the output.
Yep, that's right.
Fantastic.
Yep.
Thanks for that, John. And I'm here at the Rohde Schwarz stand, and they've got their new top of the range oscilloscope. Check it out. This is the this is their first time they've done an oscilloscope, and I must say it's damn impressive. It's sex on a stick. It's completely touchscreen, and I can drag stuff like that and drag waveforms in. And I have no idea how to play with this, but let's choose a cursor. I don't know, well, there you go. I'm changing something there, but yeah, you can drag windows and zoom in if I select that. And yep, there we go. I can zoom into that. Very nice. And you can get rid of the windows, and it looks very, very impressive. Sex on a stick. And its performance is pretty phenomenal too. This is the 2 gigahertz analog bandwidth, 10 gig sample per second one. I haven't asked how much it is, but it's got a really nice looking FET probe there, and it's a lovely unit. I like it. You know, it's weird sort of operation kind of, but you know, they've got your traditional horizontal scale, there it is, and we've got your vertical scale, but yeah, you can use it like a traditional scope, but then they've got, you know, weird stuff like a navigation button and things like that, but it's not too bad. I like it. And they've also got a base model unit. This is the 500 megahertz analog bandwidth, 5 gig sample per second. Once again, they've met that times 10 basic requirement. And this one isn't touchscreen, so you can't do anything there. It's sort of a bit more traditional use. So your horizontal is here, you've got your horizontal, your vertical, and it works pretty much like a pretty basic scope. The other one's a bit more, you know, a bit more complex, more feature packed, and you can do FFTs and all sorts of things and all the usual stuff, and it's very high performance too, and I really like it. It's very quick to update and things like that. Very nice, sexy bit of kit. And of course, Rohde Schwarz also own Hameg, and they still brand their stuff under Hameg. And here's some of the new Hameg gear. This is the arbitrary function generator. And check out these, they still do their modular thing. They've still got these stack points on here, and the instruments, and they've got flip out feet. I won't try and flip that out, but yeah, if you can flip that out for me, great. There we go. Yeah, they actually stack like that, and very nice, just like the original Hameg ones do, and they still sell their sort of lab-in-one kind of combination multimeter and power supply, and they've got a programmable synthesizer, but the arbitrary function generator is very nice. The screen is really high resolution, very, very nice, and once again USB key on the front, and they do programmable power supplies as well. That looks very, very nice. That's a 384 watt one, very high power. Got a programmable bridge meter. Awesome. It's basically an LCR bridge, LCR meter, programmable counters, and once again more multifunction instruments. Very nice. And Hameg also do spectrum analyzers as well. That looks like a very nice little cute little tiny unit like that. A very small footprint. Not probably is a bit deeper than some of the others, but very small footprint. I like it. And Hameg also do digital scopes as well. This is a 350 megahertz analog bandwidth, 4 gig sample per second, and it's got 2 meg memory depth. And it's a mixed signal one, and it looks quite nice. And as you can see, they're actually running this in old converted railway sheds. So it's all the original machinery for the railways is so actually constructing the carriages and all that is still there, and this is all part of the Australian Technology Park exhibition. Well, I guess it's an exhibition hall, but yeah, it's really quite neat. I love it. An old railway shed into this new conference centre, and they've got some of the original machinery down there. It's actually very cool. And there's one of the original cranes they used to assemble the railway carriages, and they're all still in place. All the framework and architecture is still here. And I'm at the Farnell stand, and as you can see, they've got the new, their new version of the Arduino, and as you can see, it's still made in Italy. There it is there. So yeah, it's not just a Chinese rip-off, it's made in Italy, and this is the Farnell version at $56, and they've got the little nano module as well. And I found yet another viewer. Here we go, Irvin from SunSwift. How are you doing, Irvin?
Oh yeah.
And you're from SunSwift, right? So
yes,
you're from the SunSwift team that build the SunSwift car.
Yes, the UNSW, from the UNSW Solar Racing team.
Excellent. Yeah. Which we'll have to do a blog of. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have to turn up and we'll show you the SunSwift race car.
Yes.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, it's full of electronics.
Excellent.
Custom
so
with electronics.
Definitely have to take it apart, and so hopefully we'll be able to do a blog soon. So yeah, I've met one of the SunSwift guys, and yeah, we'll try and tee that one up. Thanks, Irvin.
No worries.
Got some Agilent pornography here. We've got the new Agilent handheld spectrum analyzer, 100 kilohertz to 7 gigahertz. Very nice, very portable, and a real excellent looking unit. And this one is the Field Fox RF analyzer, and it can probably wash your dishes as well, I suspect. So, and over here they've got a DC power analyzer, which looks really awesome. It's an expensive bit of kit, but it's really nice for generating loads and simulating loads and stuff like that. Awesome, I love it, and I love the emergency stop button. Excellent. And we've got a what's this? This is a CXA signal analyzer. This goes to 7.5 gig, so it's a bit of a beast. 9 kilohertz to 7.5 gig, and I'm sure that can do the dishes as well. Very nice, but I love the interface is still sort of, old school Agilent. The actual the shape of the buttons, the look and the feel of it is a bit old school as opposed to the new school, which is the digital signal analyzer here. This is the Infinium 13 gigahertz. Ugh, it's pant-wetting stuff, it really is. 40 gig sample per second, and it's got the new Infinium type interface, which, you either love it or hate it, really. So you've got the contrast between the old style Agilent and the new style Infinium. But as you can see, it's an absolute beautiful unit, and if you have to ask the price, you can't afford it. and of course the Rigol, but let's not go there. And we've got the 30 megahertz Agilent arbitrary waveform generator, and that looks really nice. The screen actually looks like a really nice job, and the audio analyzer here, fantastic for audio work. I'm not sure how it compares with the audio precision stuff, but I'm sure it's a pretty good bit of kit being Agilent. There you go, that's the Agilent stand. And we're here at Silicon Chip. If you want to meet a face behind the name, who are we? Who have we got? Nicholas Vinnan.
Yeah.
There you go, Nicholas Vinnan. So you've probably seen the name, and here's the face. Smile, Nicholas. Hey, how you doing? We've got a few projects here.
Yep.
These are coming up in Silicon Chip, are they?
That's right. This
Excellent.
is Mara's DAB Plus and FM tuner.
Yep, who's over there, and he doesn't want to be on camera, so I only show his bottom half. There we go, there's Miro Grass.
And yeah, he's been working on this for a long time, and it's well, not that long, but long enough, and it's pretty impressive, I think. There's been a lot of interest in it today, actually.
Excellent.
Yep. And we have it hooked up to this amplifier here, which is a bit of an older project.
Okay, yep, that's one of the old ones.
12 volt amplifier from May this year. And
what
then
else we got over here?
Over here, this is my Christmas light controller project.
Yep.
And I'll just turn the audio up a bit. So it's sort of it controls lights and it synchronizes with the music.
Awesome.
So somebody can set up a nice Christmas light show with that.
Excellent.
Yeah, we saw some videos on YouTube of amazing Christmas light shows.
And you wanted to do something.
Yeah, we want to enable people to do that. So this is what we've come up with. And
excellent.
Yep.
So is this part of the controller?
That's right. This is the
actual.
This is the master module. This plays the music and also runs through the sequence simultaneously, and it sends the commands over to the slave unit, or there could be more than one slave unit.
Yep.
And that controls the lights. It turns them on and off, and it changes the brightness.
Excellent.
And yeah, it's coming along. It's not quite finished. But
right. And there's a circuit, is it? That's
that's the slave module.
That's the slave module. There you go. Digital lighting controller coming soon.
Yep.
Silicon Chip. Excellent. Thanks very much, Nicholas.
That's okay. Thank you.
All right. And as you can see, everyone's packing up and going home. And that's Electronex 2010. See ya.